Black Series Edition LLC. They were going to be talking about a guy by the name, a fellow by the name of Jamie Fernando Gonzalez, who makes these screen paint mixes. His YouTube channel is crow1176. He's been accused multiple times of misleading customers, of selling them products that are basic, just everyday house paints. And again, misleading his customers on a serious, seriously misleading his customers. So he does a lot of these demonstrations on these gray screen paint products. One actually called it Cinemax, Personal Mix, Metallica Mix 2.0, and a couple other ones. And when he does these demonstrations, he likes to show off his products like in a somewhat fully lit environment. As I showed you before, when you watch these demonstrations, be careful because they do a lot of demonstrations with a lot of bright colors on the screen. And this is something that's going to fade less. It's going to fade, but it's going to fade less. Now, keep in mind, in his demonstrations, he basically tries to make it look like his product has some form of ambient light rejection. Clearly, he states this on his website that it's not. And by doing this, what you're doing is you're basically making customers believe that this product can work in a fully lit environment. Now, I'm pretty sure this conversation comes up on a cell phone, comes up in the conversation with the business transaction, comes up on our end all the time. So the customer's going to ask you, hey, can I use this in a fully lit environment? Can I use this next to windows? And I guarantee you told this customer over here that you can. Well, the problem is that the customer, again, I watched the customer's demonstration on how he built this room. Like I said, fantastic job. He has the different levels and ceilings and the lights around it. He did a fantastic job with this setup in here. And he has these huge window over here. Now, I'm pretty sure, well, actually, it's a sliding. It's like a patio door right there because there's a nice little backyard out there. I'm pretty sure that if someone had told him, hey, look, you can't use this screen paint with any light hitting it, it's automatically going to wash out. I'm pretty sure he would have had them blackout curtains in here, and I'm pretty sure he would have did the demonstration with the blinds shut only, or the curtains shut only, knowing that he was already advised that the screen was going to wash out if any light hit the screen. Somebody, Jamie, told him otherwise. Now, this guy has a 4K projector. This is why I say your products don't work on 4K. You go to any form site, and they will tell you right from the door, if you got a 4K projector, even 1080p, that you have to be on a darker screen. This is where gunmetal technology comes in. This is where black technology comes in. You must be on a darker screen. To do this on a lighter screen is a complete fail. It's not going to work. Ambient light rejection technology is really hard to pick up on gray screens. We have one behind us here that does pick up on a gray screen. Like I said, a lot of testing went into making this product, and these are products that are untested. So they're just putting these products out on the market, and they're not really testing them properly, and people are coming in with these high-end 4K projectors. I'm pretty sure he spent a pretty penny for it. This thing was like probably, I think, $3,000 or $3,200 when it came out. And even if you try to get it used, Walmart has them brand new for about $2,000. And I know that you can get them over on eBay for like around $1,200 or $1,300 used. So it's still a pretty penny for a 4K projector. But the problem we have here is this customer didn't get anything of this projector. He didn't get nothing at all, period. As you can see, we'll bring it back here. When he opens up the curtains, his screen is gone. It's not even there anymore. I don't know why anyone would consider this to be a good picture. Can you imagine? You go into a booth and they're showing off the Optima projector and they're talking about how amazing the colors are and the contrast. It picks up billions of colors, and you see this. Do you think you would sit there and go, I'm going to get a distributorship contract with these people at the end of the day and I'm going to basically sell their products? No, you wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. TVs look better than this. 720p TVs look better than this. Unnamed brand 720p projector, unnamed brand 720p TVs look better than this. That is completely gone. There is nothing there. The whole purpose of having that much contrast attached to a projector is to add more depth, more detail to the image. Where is it? It's gone. Now, Jamie himself also too suffered the same fate. And a demonstration he did next to the Slip Silver, that's to Network Gray 773. Keep in mind, in this demonstration, he was trying to beat this surface right here that ended up not only matching his screen, but also shared the same fate that his screen shared over here. You see how washed out that image looks? That is supposed to be bright red. I swear, if your TV came up looking like that, you're definitely taking that back to get your money back. No one's keeping that at the end of the day. Let me see what we got going on here. Where is the fire stick for this one? Now, the reason why people don't go near the gunmetal screens, but some people do, depends on how it goes on. Gunmetal screens come up to how deep your pockets are. If you got deep pockets, you can go buy one, and you'll get better contrast, and you'll get better color, and you'll definitely have more advanced ambient light projection technology. And what the naysayers don't like to hear come out of our mouth is our technology is better than gunmetal. And if you sit there and say, oh, it's not, well, I got test demonstrations applied right to my site. As a matter of fact, my test demonstrations were there way before we ever launched the product. Timestamp, you can check it out. So those tests were done before the product ever got a chance to launch. Where when we try to find anything in your products, well, basically, these tests are just recently being done, and they shouldn't be recently being done. That's a huge red flag. I tell people about that today. Where's that demonstration of the LG? Here it is, right here. Let's go back to the, over here, we'll have a look at it over here to see it. All right, so, let's go over here. This is our black technology, and mind, this is not on a 4K projector, we're just on simple 1080p, that's all we are. There's our technology at top, and at the bottom, there is the gray surface. I told you, Jamie, at the end of the day, you see that gray surface on my wall? It will match your product, it will. Because it's having the same reaction that you're having over here. The exact same reaction, that same washed out red. Now, let's pause it there. Do you see? Now I'm over on my chair. I don't even have to walk over to the screen to show you that. Apparently, in his demonstrations, you have to walk over to the screen to see the difference. And that's another red flag. If you literally have to, if I have to get out of my chair to walk over there to show you the difference, then the screen's not showing much of a difference. You see the red we have there on our technology, and look at the gray screen. Your demonstration and the next one is actually reacting the same way. This is a 1080p projector, and you can see the screen. Well, your projector is a 4K. And it can't pick up at all, period. How is that possible? How are you not picking up on a 4K at that laser projector? Because laser projectors produce even a more brighter image because it's laser. Laser projector, laser. It's laser. So how in the world is the red levels back here, your hoodie is actually producing a much brighter red? Your hat's producing a much better contrast. What's going on with this? Why is your screen so washed out here? Your screen paint doesn't work on 4K. It doesn't work on 1080p, and it definitely doesn't work on 720p. We know, we've done the test. Let's go pop over to Projector Central. Projector Central. And have a look at this fella's projector. Look at his specifications on his projector. And he has an amazing machine. Problem is, he can't use the machine because, again, Jamie's products don't work with 4K. You have on your website that your product is tested with 4K. Do not have that on your website. That's misleading. It's not tested with 4K. It was displayed on 4K, not tested. If it was tested, we would find the test results, which means you have to do color patterns, you have to do comparisons with other screens, you have to do fully lit environments, you have to do contrast levels in fully lit environments. You can't just display it and say it's been tested. That's not the same thing. So let's grab his projector right there. All right. And like I said, we're not making fun of the customer. I feel sorry for him because, like I said, I took the time out to go look through how he designed this room, and I said, amazing job. He did a fantastic job. Sad part about it, he got cheated. He doesn't even have this curtain pulled back, and look how badly that's washed out. Let's look at the specifications on his 4K projector here. Here's his projector right there. That's what he has. Let's have a look at his specifications right here. Now, his projector has a 3,500 lumens. That's more than enough power to pick up on that screen. We could do it at 1,000 lumens and still hit that screen with no problem. So he has more than enough power. He's 3840 by 2160. He's native, not compressed, native 4K. He has a 500,000 contrast. Can't even see it. Doesn't even pick up on the screen at all, period. There's just other specifications on here. Pretty advanced projector, I'll tell you that much. Nice one too. So what's the point of him going out spending all that money for that 4K projector to end up with this? Because again, as I said before, Jamie, you had to tell him something. When you were taking his money, you had to lie to him and tell him, hey, yeah, you can work that in a fully lit environment. You can have windows open. It'll work just fine. What's your projector with 3,500 lumens? That'll be just fine. It'll work just great. That is not working great. That looks absolutely awful. Let's play some of the video. Now, like I said, you have to be in the dark with his product. I told you that from the door. That's why you see a lot of his customers in the dark. This is what the screen looks like in the dark. That's not good. That's extremely poor. You know, his lights are not even on. He can't turn the lights on inside the environment because the screen's going to wash out. Because in your demonstrations, you never have your demonstrations in fully lit environments. If you do try it, you have it with a lot of colors. But the contrast levels, we've seen with the, oh no, we saw the OLED horse, the one with the Epson WH955, which he actually took the lens and pushed it all the way down into zoom to make the image as small as possible, so that way he could try to pick up a better color and contrast without it washing out so badly, because he was compressing it by pushing that zoom all the way down. And we noticed something was wrong because when I looked at the video and some of the numbers were missing, I was like, wait a minute, like that's not the projector. Like the WH was missing. And we looked up, we found two projectors. One was a 955 by Epson, and it was a 955 WH. And he finally did the demonstration. He probably went in and corrected the title and put in the proper serial number, which the model number, which I'm sure that he didn't do it for us. Somebody else was probably pressuring him to do it. So going back in and looking at this projector, at 15 or 16 feet where you're from the screen, you would have overlapped that easy at 120 inches. Easily, you would have hit that easily. But the fact that that projector at around that range could able to fit comfortably inside of a 100-inch clearly shows that you had the lens pushed all the way down. Gee whiz, you guys cheat any chance you get. So this is with the lights out. Now, if that customer were to go in and file a complaint against him and say, hey, look, I bought the product. He told me on the phone that the product was ambient light projection, that customer lost his claim. You know why he lost his claim? Unless he can find some video somewhere of Jamie showing his product in a fully lit environment, then he got him. He can show that he misled him, that there are videos. But there are no videos of him doing these demonstrations, and he clearly has on the website saying that the product is not ambient light projection. He can literally well steal this guy's money. Good thing for him, Jamie did enough demonstrations of trying to show that his product was ambient light projection. Why do you think he went in on the Frankenstein and he changed the name at the last minute and said not? We had the original video where it says it is ambient light projection, just in case if any of his customers tried to put that in a fully lit environment and that screen wash out, they'll go back and they'll file a complaint against him and they'll say, I never said it was ambient light projection. Here's the video right here. Well, guess what, buddy? You said at 143 in the video that your product is ambient light projection. They can use the videos that we have against you. That's why you can't stand the blacklist, because the blacklist for any customer who gets robbed by Jenny Day can go to our site, take our videos, and use it to fight a claim against you. So we have it right there. Nothing's better than hearing it from the horse's mouth. And you sat there and said at 143, your product is ambient light projection. Now that helps people out with Frankensteins. What about this product right here? Well, like I said, he can go back and show the demonstrations of the personal mix, and they're all demonstrations of the personal mix trying to be performed in fully lit environments, and he can get him on that right there. Because again, keep in mind, Jamie, someone had to tell him this. You make this product, right? And if you're making this product, why would he ever try to open up any of these curtains? I listened to the demonstration. The guy's intentions weren't to do any harm to Jamie's product. It wasn't. This was a customer who went in and painted the screen. His intentions weren't to do these demonstrations to damage his product. It wasn't. His intentions were to show that he could probably do it in a fully lit environment, which he did. So who gave him the idea he could do this? You did. When you were doing the transaction, you were probably getting ready to take his money. You made that false accusation that he could. And then you have a nerve to have on your website, it's not ambient light projection. So why is he doing this? If you have a technology that's not ambient light projection or a screen paint that's not ambient light projection, you can't use it in a fully lit environment because it won't work. So where did he get the idea to open up these curtains like this? You told him to. That's why through the demonstration, he's constantly hitting the screen with large amounts of light because someone told him he could do this. Now, I'm pretty sure to his eyes, he doesn't know at the end of the day, but I guarantee enough people walked in like, yo, what the freak is up with your screen? Why is your screen so washed out? I'm pretty sure 2 and 2 come together, and he probably contacted you. That's with just the spotlights that he has in the environment hitting the screen. So I hate to do this, but we got to pop to your website real quick. I know he's going to be, just to let you know, he's going to be ranting, he's going to be carrying on. This is what he does. This is how Jamie carries himself out. So he's very unprofessional. What are you mad about at the end of the day, Jamie? Before we go on your site, question, what are you so angry about? What are you so mad about? That's your customer, right? His screen is washed out, correct? He has a 4K projector, right? So what are you mad about? You sold him the product. I don't know what you told him in the transaction, but if I tell somebody in the middle of a transaction, hey, look, this projection screen paint will not work with this projector and we can't sell you the product. We have demonstrations showing you it doesn't work with the projector. We have it all over the website. It doesn't work with these projectors. It's right there. We tell you right from the door. If you use that product on that particular with that particular projector, this is the outcome. This is what's going to happen. We've done tests. We know we have it on the blacklist. Tons of tests. Not tons of tests on knockoff projectors. The reaction is going to be bad. We even have people with high-end projectors who have unnamed brand projectors who did the test themselves and didn't come out the way they thought it was going to come out. We did help them out in the process of what they went through and trade for pictures. So we can educate people why we don't support it. Now, we do have a paint that does support it now, but at that particular time, the black technology, again, doesn't work. Only this technology here. You see what I'm getting at here? So you told this customer something wrong. Because you know how many demonstrations would pop up about me at the end of the day saying, hey, I bought this paint from Mr. Bird, and Mr. Bird told me it was going to work on my unnamed brand knockoff projector, and this is what happened, so and so and so. No, you wouldn't be to fight that in court if you tried, Matthew, by the way, just to let you know. Because I've had test demonstrations, we've warned people over and over again, we have it in demonstrations, before we develop products, we tell you from the door, we have a knockoff projector that we use, we have it in every policy, everywhere you can think of, all splattered all over the site, telling you don't do this, don't do that, we don't support them. So yeah, that won't help you in court, just to let you know. Now thank you for the email though. And the suggestion, it won't work, just take it like a man, it's coming. But anyway, that's something else, we'll talk about that. No, we don't have to talk about that, we're done on that one. Anyway, as I said before, so you told him something. This is why when I had these conversations with these customers, and a customer will not read the specifications or go in a shopping cart, they'll buy before we had this stuff, and then they'll come back and say, hey, the screen's coming up too dark, like the 8-man incident. The screen's coming up too dark, and we'll sit there and say to them, what's your projector? And they'll name something out of a Dragon Ball Z movie. And what the freak is that? Oh, I just got it so and so and so, and it has this and that. That's not going to work. We don't support those machines. Did you read through the specifications? Did you read through our policies? I didn't see that there. How could you not see it there? It's right there on the sites, and every single shopping cart. It's right there. You take the time, it's right there. So why? So we're not responsible for that. But we do try to send them out something to help them out with the problem. We do. Now we got the new stuff over there. But anyway, again, if that was the case, you would see dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of videos on people with knockoff projectors complaining that we made claims that our product would work on those projectors when we know they wouldn't. You don't see any videos like that. Only one person. Well, actually, he didn't make that claim. You try to use a projector for that purpose. But anyway, we don't tell him that because it won't work. You, on the other hand, told this guy something to make him believe that he could open up his curtains and use this on his screen. You told him something. So let's go to your site. Let's see if you say anything on here about supporting ambient light projection, which this customer tried to do. If you have anything there. Now, like I said, he's going to be ranting, which we're used to seeing Jamie rant. But I want to see if he has anything on the site. that claims that it's ambient light projection technology. Yes, a personal mix. Personal mix doesn't exist because you removed it off the site. We know that already from the door. You got rid of it because he was getting a lot of people complaining about that product, so he removed it. But let's check your front page because we know you in every shopping cart you have in there under ambient light. It works in some ambient light controlled environments. Controlled. That's not the same thing as what we do over here. Our environments are not controlled. It's either lights on or lights off. That's how it works. There's no controls over here. But we're going to come over and check your front page real quick. Let's go to the home page. Let's come over here. Let's see if he says it right. There it is right there. So he has right there on his front of his page are not ambient light projection. So where did the customer get it in his head that he could use that screen in a fully lit environment if you're saying it's not? Where did you get the idea from? Not only is your product not ambient light projection, but it doesn't work on 4K. The 4Ks can't read on your screen paint. It's not reading on your screen paint in your own demonstration that you're doing with the Network Grade 773. The image is washed out. It's bland. It's a poor image, especially for an ultra short throw laser. It should not be reacting that way on that product, and you don't have a lot of light in the environment. So where did the customer get this information from? I'm going to put this in the title. We're going to add that also in the title. The ambient light rejection lies from Crow, because this is definitely a lie. So where did he get the idea to open up a window from? Now, if Jamie was in the room, what Jamie would be doing is Jamie would be in the room screaming and ranting. That's what he would be doing in the room, just screaming and ranting about this and ranting about that, not giving any logical answers. This is what he does. We're used to that. And when you send me bunches of email, Jamie, this is what happens when you call. Right, but you can't send us emails anymore because all your emails are for court. But he's been calling our number and just leaving messages. You know we don't listen to the messages, right? This is what we do. We go over to the machine, an icon pops up, and we block your number. That's what we do. And then we just delete your messages because we know it's from you. And we move on. That's what happens. So you take the time out of your day to pick up a phone, make a fake number, contact me, rant and carry on and cry, as you usually do, and we go over and we just go doot, 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 and it's gone. And I go back to work. Mind you, when you set up fake numbers, you have to go through a process of setting up an account. You have to put all this information in and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. It's a little bit of a process to do. So you have time to waste doing that. Shouldn't you be working? Or explaining this nonsense? Like I said, the customer's intention wasn't to do any damage to Jamie. It wasn't. I'm not going to play his voice because I think that's not appropriate, but his intentions weren't to do that at all, period. Jamie lied to him and told him that the product could be used in a fully lit environment. If you sit there and tell me, Jamie, at the end of the day, that that's not true, then where else would have you gotten the idea to open up those curtains? That means you didn't tell him the truth. You told him whatever you had to tell him to take his $95 out of his hands. And I'm pretty sure his friends and family came over and saw the same thing. And they go, gee whiz, your screen is completely washed out. Some people can't see it in front of their faces until somebody tells it to them. I'm pretty sure when Jamie was showing off people the demonstration of the Network Grade 773 matching his product, in his mind, he didn't see it. He saw it. He saw in the demonstration and the look on his face. He saw it, but he didn't want to accept it. And I'm pretty sure he went to his wife. I'm pretty sure he went to his friends. I'm pretty sure he went to a lot of people and he asked them, hey, do these look like the same to you or are they different? And I guarantee you got the same reaction. They look the same. They look the same. They look the same. Why else would you go in and remove the video? If that's a video backing your product at 100%, why would you remove it? Why would you get rid of it? Because the reality finally kicked in when enough people told you, hey, buddy, that's matching. Look exactly the same. What do? We go and we try to hide the evidence as fast as possible. So this person looking at this screen thinks he's getting a good image, but enough people will come in and tell him, no, that's bad. That's extremely bad. That looks awful. Absolutely awful. What kind of projector do you have? This is 4K? Really? It looks like this? My TV looks better than that. I guarantee you got those reactions. Gee whiz, just would have did a lot better if you just saved your money and just put a TV up there instead. I guarantee you got that reaction. Because if I knew that guy and I came over and saw that, I'm like, what the freak? I'm like, nah, dude, you got to take it, man. You get a TV. Just put a TV up there. It'll be much better. Just get a nice TV up there. That's what I advised him to do. If I didn't know me and I just knew him at the end of the day, I'd have told him to put a TV up there. But I'm pretty sure people coming through looking at this wasn't looking at the same way he was. I don't know what he could possibly explain. Like I said, his intentions weren't to cause any harm to Jamie at all. He's really trying to explain how well the image looks. That image looks absolutely horrible. I'm going to check on something really quick. Let's go over here. Let's grab his projector. Let's go on YouTube. See how many people have this machine, what it looks like on their end. Oh, so here's listen to my jazz music. We can get back to this later. That's him right there. That's his part. That's washed out there. That's supposed to be solid red. That's washed out. So this is a demo on the projector. Different person.
Dr. Z, we love your skincare videos. Thanks.
That's the same exact projector. 4K demo demonstration. I guarantee this projector's sitting in the dark, which is jacked up. A lot of these videos, these projectors are sitting in dark environments. I can't get the screen to pull correctly. Told you. All that power. Can't even get the screen to pull. I had a PX747 ViewSonic projector. I can get that projector to pull at 126 inches in a fully lit environment. Mind, the projector was never designed to do 126. It was only designed to do 100 inches, that's it. And I can show you my demonstration of that projector pulling up in a fully lit environment. That's in the dark. You put the lights on anytime you see. Trying to give them credit on something. Nope. 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 No. Gee, what is Louise? Are you kidding me? That's a shame. I have 3,500 lumens of power. All that power, can't even use it. We already been to the P2. We've done that already. I've done the P2 trying to find anybody to match the promo. Well, that was a waste of time right there because no one matched the promo in the demonstration. Same projector right here. Let's see if someone else was able to do it. We're doing movies, okay? Movies are going to be done in the dark, so no, that's not as useless to us at the end of the day. Let me see. Let's see. Someone has it right here. They're doing the review on the projector. Hopefully, we get a fully lit environment. Let's see what we get here. Projector. Please don't turn the lights on this machine. And this projector. Oh, it's on a white screen. Yeah, lights are definitely going out in this one. Gee whiz, look at this. This is an amazing setup. And then look at the screen. Much worse than gray. It's white. Where are you guys getting this information from? You really believe that 4K projectors can work on white and gray screens? Gee whiz Louise. My goodness. I bet your lights are going out. I bet your $100 are going out. They have to go up. There's no way in the world he's going to get the image to pull. He's got to be in the dark. Even in the dark, that's supposed to be black. That's actually gray. And for those of you saying, well, he's in a dedicated theater room, guess what? They had a dedicated theater room. I can watch my screen with all the lights on with no problem. We have those on the website right now. Gee whiz, it's a beautiful setup, but a white screen? Come on. At least we don't want a gunmetal in there. Something. Where's it else? Anything else on this projector? Projector making buzzing noise. Yeah, that usually happens from time to time with projectors. They make a buzzing noise. Just take it back, get another one from the manufacturer. Oh, that's me with the Dreamcast. That was pretty fun too, when the Dreamcast on there. Okay, so I'm still looking for that game called Rival Schools. Which I know when I get it, ain't gonna be cheap. It's gonna be expensive. Oh, we've been here already. We already know what this section's all about. The eye wall projector, yeah. You guys have got to be kidding me. That's us, by the way. You know that's us. That's outside with a 150-inch screen outside on the projector I have right over here, right next to my Sony projector. That's what I'm using in that demonstration. How in the world? That's what I can't understand. You know, getting back to that, just real quick, just to talk about that for a minute. How? How are you people with these 4K insane projectors? How in the world are you stuck in the dark? Every time we turn on the video, for every single projector I have looked up down through time, it's the same stupid nonsense. Dark environment, dark environment, dark environment, dark environment, dark environment, dark environment. And then they come with these ultra short throw projectors, and these projectors are supposed to be like the new set-top laser TVs, and they're stuck in the dark. Same thing, same nonsense. You know what it is, people? And I can't express this enough. They can make the most advanced projector in the screen. They still don't even have the proper technology and projection screens to catch up with the projector's technology. That's your problem. Oh, wait. That's a 720p Chrissy outside. I thought that was the whatchamacallit. That's a 720p Chrissy. So how is it that I'm outside with this old projector at 720p and I can pull up outside in the daytime on a 150-inch screen? How? You take that same projector and you stick it on the gray screen, it'll fail. Stick it on a white screen, it'll fail. Put on a gunmetal, much a little better than all, but next to our technology, it will be a fail. And yeah, we can take that same old projector and stick that thing outside and still produce that. Like I said, people, you can go out and you can buy all the projectors you possibly want. You can get the most latest model you could possibly ever think of. If you do not have proper technology in the screen, the projector will not work. As you can see with the customer of Jamie's with the 4K projector, didn't pick up jack. We're outside. I got customers that can sit outside at 720p and still pick up, just like we're picking up right there. Gee whiz Louise. Didn't take it. That's the problem. Well, I can't wait to get my storefront because, again, we'll be able to display our technology anywhere we want. We don't have to worry about the screen washing out. You know what's going to make a company a serious amount of money? Is that people are going to come in, they're going to expect for that environment to be dark. That's what they're going to expect. To walk into an environment to see it in a fully lit environment on a screen of that magnitude, and we're not using high-end projectors, we're using cheap, low-end projectors in our demonstrations. They let them look at that projector and they say, well, how much is this machine going to cost me now? You can get that off of eBay for like $200. So let me just straight. I can be in this fully lit environment on this technology. I don't have to be in the dark, and that projector I can get for $200? There you go. I told you for the longest time, the industry, you've been doing it wrong. You've been doing it wrong. And now when our time comes, we're going to take over with no problem. And we can do it at much cheaper than $4,000 and $5,000 gunmetal, which is top technology, but we can do it for better. And we can actually produce 100% black level because our technology is physically black, which means any projector we use has over 2 million to 1 contrast by far. There's no calibrating. There's no hard to paint instructions, none of that. It's a perfect technology. And why every time I see a demonstration, no matter what projector I pull up, as a matter of fact, let's make that a fun field trip tomorrow. Let's just pull up some random projectors high end and see how many of them we will see in a fully lit environment. I told you again, at the end of the day, if you buy a projector, what's going to happen is that you're going to believe that all your little bells and whistles, and I believe the same thing, my bells and whistles were going to pop up on a white screen. That the white screen, the projector was going to fix the problem, and because of all those bells and whistles, I was going to see that on the screen, and I didn't get any of that. And that's what you're getting. And Jamie, being a liar, your product does not work on 4K. Stop lying to your customers. That's my customer on a 720p projector. He literally can pick up a sharper, better, and a contrast image outside than your customer at 200 inches on a screen, on a projector that is actually 4K. Let's go over to, let me see where we're at on this real quick, so we can get this done real quick. Gotta pull up Black Series Edition. As a matter of fact, we don't even know the other there. Here we go. Dedicated 4K. This is my screen paint I developed a while back for 4K. Here we go. That's me right there. This is on a PX747 4K projector. See my condensed lighting? See how it makes contact with the screen at all times. It's not pushed off and up here, it's right there, right on top of the screen. That's my 4K projector, PX747 ViewSonic 3500 lumens. Oh, this is a city demonstration you were trying to do that came up too dark. This is how it's supposed to look. Blinds are open, sunlight's pushing into that screen. My projector sits back 14 feet from my screen. That's what a 4K projector is supposed to look like. You're supposed to be using it in fully lit environments, especially because, again, it's a 4K projector at 3500 lumens. My projector PX747 is 3500 lumens also. So Jamie, your product, no, does not work on a 4K at all, period. That projector over there has a 20,000 to 1 contrast. We turn it off. We don't need it because the screen is physically black. That's why we don't need it. So that's turned off. You guys have yours on and you still can't pick up a proper contrast level. Well, with that being said, that's pretty much basically about it. See, at the end of the day, I tried to explain to you, Jamie, your product does not work on 4K. You can't even get your own projector to produce on 4K. I got 1080p demonstrations that will put that demonstration to shame. Heck, got an Optima GT55 sitting outside, did a demonstration on that, was able to pull it with no problem and turned off the contrast levels. We never have them on. Why would we need them on? And even with the contrast on your products, y'all can't see contrast for jack. You do not have ambient light rejection technology. You were in a darker environment than he was, and his screen washed out through the doors. Yours faded right there on camera, right next to house paint. So you need to stop misinforming people and telling them that your product works with 4K. It doesn't work with 4K. 4K can't even see your screen. Your customer should have never had an image that looked like that. My environment that I'm showing my demonstration is far brighter than his. And he has just a little bit of light making contact and his screen is washed out. Look at his environment. Look at mine. And I have condensed lighting hitting the screen at all times here and here. Plus sunlight coming in through the window. So it's not his fault. Like I said, at the end of the day, don't even make fun of this guy or nothing at the end of the day. He's a victim when you think about it. Because I said before, Jamie told him something to make him believe that he can have his curtains open and his environment. He lied to him. He told him something. And then you got a nerve to have when you cite your products on ambient light rejection. Another big red flag there in ambient light rejection and territorial, the fact that you have two dark products, one called UB and the other one's called Frankenstein. And stop calling them gunmetal because they're nowhere near gunmetal. It's more of a charcoal gray. That's what you have. That's not gunmetal. So you need to stop calling it gunmetal. But even those products, being as dark as they are, should have ambient light rejection technology attached to them. But you have in there that they're not. How does that work? I can see about a lighter screen. But that darker product, that shows you right there, that's another fake product right there that you make. Matter of fact, we got a customer that complained. His customer, one of the customers complained about the UV mix, that the basement and his environment was brighter and better than the UV mix. The UV mix came out too dark. You know why it came out too dark, Jamie? Because you didn't do any white level tests. You did no testing under the product. Stuck it in a dark environment, put it on a height projector, and said, look how beautiful it looks. Did no testing. If you did testing, you'd realize your white levels were tremendously too low. We had it here. We did unboxings on it. It came up too low in the white levels. As a matter of fact, the Dark Star 9 by Elite Screens beat the crap out of that screen. We had that demonstration. I'm going to find out some post those. Beat the crap out of it. It was able to maintain better contrast, better color, and it pulled a higher white level. All right. So, yeah, that's messed up. This is really messed up. I feel sorry for this guy. I really do. We're not here to make fun of him at all whatsoever. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him that Jamie sat there and lied to this guy and told him just to get his money out of his hand that was going to work. What else other excuse do you have at the end of the day? Why would he even do this? Just give me an idea why would he do this. Because I listened to the demonstration. He didn't talk bad about you in any way whatsoever. He didn't. And he praised you in the demonstration. So what did you tell him to make him believe that curtains could open up or he can use a spotlight in there and that screen's going to look the same? Because this right here, this washed out grass does not look the same as this. Sorry, right there we go. As this. And that doesn't look the same. Let's blow it up a little closer. See how washed up that grass looks? Now he takes the lights out. It doesn't look the same. So in order for him to use your product with that expensive projector, he just paid at a whopping 3,500 lumens and a 500,000 contrast, he's got to be stuck in a dark environment. Now, if he did the whole demonstration like this, then it clears you see that at the end of the day that you told him, hey, if you open up a window, this stuff is going to wash out so it doesn't work. The problem you have here, Jamie, is you spent so much time trying to say that you have a better product than us, that you're the same thing that we do at the end of the day, but yet when your customers try to do the same thing that our customers do, their screens wash out. They all sit in the dark because some of them are coached. You tell them what environment they have to be in. We don't coach our customers. Only thing we tell them is you can't stick it in direct sunlight. It has it right down the page. Other than that, they can use them in fully lit environments. So you told them something, or you wouldn't have opened up them curtains. Well, this is just from this little bit of light right here. That's it, just a little bit of light. Watch this. Now he's going to open the curtains all the way up. Oh no, that's when he closes them. Let's go to where he opens them up. Yeah. Now he's going to open up the curtains all the way up. Watch this. What the freak just happened there? Literally. Again, like I said, you watch the video, his intentions weren't to basically cause any damage to Jamie. It's just that Jamie misinformed him and told him that product can work in a fully lit environment. That's why he went over and opened up his curtains. that product was an anything like rejection, and it couldn't work like that, and it was going to wash out. Anybody that sat there and said, hey, buddy, you can't use that in a fully lit environment. You can't have any window light because your screen will definitely wash out, since this is where it has to be. It's being an ambient light controlled environment. Yeah, you told him he could do that. You lied to your customers. Now, we already know from the door, you lie to your customers. We've seen your products already. They're all house paint at the end of the day. It is what it is, man. You're selling products on your website that clearly match house paint, okay? People can go to the blacklist. They can watch the videos that you deleted off your account. They can even, hey, try to find the videos if you can. Play that game for a while. You won't find anything. It won't come up. And they can go in and they can see, hey, I wonder if he's still selling this product on the website, because that's curiosity from customers. When they hear me talk and they go, oh, is this guy lying? No, he can't be selling these products. I mean, that's crazy. They're going to go right to your website. They're going to find out that what we said was true, that you are still selling the same product that, again, doesn't work with 4K, does wash out, and in fact, worse upon worse, it is house paint that you clearly got caught on camera, got busted on camera, and then turned around and tried to sell the same product again. Oh, man, I'm telling you. Whew, that's awful. All right, well, this video is short and sweet. Let's get out of here. We got things to do. I got customers to take over. We got real screen paint to push out today, not this fake nonsense at the end of the day. And I feel sorry for the customer who wanted this nonsense. You should have never been lied to begin with. If he had told you the truth, you would have found out that this product would have washed out right from the door. But he should have told you the truth. See, Jamie, you have to understand, the problem you have here is you do those same demonstrations in that same apartment every day. When you do those demonstrations and those same apartments every day, you don't change out your environments. You don't use different projectors. You don't do any form of proper testing. Who do you think is going to suffer in the process? The customer is going to suffer because you refuse to do tests. If you did the test properly, you would have realized that your screen washes out in environments like this. If you stop using the same ultra short throw over and over and over again, every once in a while you pull out one of these other projectors and do it, the same dark environment as the ultra short throw sits in, you would have realized your product does not work and it needs to be re-engineered. And keep in mind, if you ever decide to make a new, well, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting about this. I keep thinking you got a future. You don't have a future. Sorry, people, this man's being sued, so he doesn't have a future at all. We don't know what's going to happen to Jamie in the next couple months, so. Really can't say that. I can't even say that, buddy. Whew, man, if you knew the extent and how bad these lawsuits are coming at him this year, yeah, I can't really put that out there. You won't be making any new products. You're done. That's it. That's the only thing I can say, and it has to be said, buddy. You're done. Your life is finished. That's it. These lawsuits we got coming out are heavy. He ain't gonna have. He don't have no money. Where's he gonna get money from? He's gonna owe me a lot of money. Where are you gonna get the money from? And that loan, you're gonna have to pay that money up front, because again, if you can't pay it, like I said, I'm gonna execute the judgment. I'm gonna basically go through your stuff, and if you can't pay me the rest of that, then you're gonna have to get it from somebody else. But you're gonna have to pay me that money. So really can't say next time around. There is no next time around for you. You're done. Oh well. That's basically about it. Well, I got things to do. I got things to take care of. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless. Can't say that. Yeah, you get